Hello, and welcome to another episode of You Might Want to Sit Down for This Podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Von Helvet, and it's a beautiful October autumn day today. This podcast comes to you from the traditional territory of the unceded Coast Salish territory of the Katzie, Kwalin, Makwi, and Stolo people. Unceded land meaning never surrendered. And it is important to understand the long-standing history that's brought us together on this land that this podcast is coming to you from. Yeah, it's a beauty day out there. Just got back from a hand cycle ride. I was up early, 5:30 in the morning. The alarm was set for today. Just absolute hell. I've stayed up that late. Actually, I did that Saturday. So yeah, I don't know where my energy is coming from. I drank like a thermos of coffee this morning. Definitely needed it. But yeah, I was up early because I went back to work today. Officially, my first in-person school presentation I have done since March 2020. March 2020. So like 20 months. And for anyone who doesn't know, I do inspirational talks. I'm in a wheelchair, paraplegic from a car crash that went down in the year 2000. And I take that story to the kids, mostly high schools, but all kinds of different stuff. I've been doing this for a long time. And of course, COVID was not very kind to the public speaking world because no events, no travel. So it was cool. It was great to get back doing really the thing I love most. It's so cool. I got to do that today. And it went well. Hour-long presentation. I remembered it all. Yeah. So feeling good about that. Feels good to be back helping the kids, doing that thing I love, having a job. Things are getting a little thin. So good day. And then I went for like about a 10K bike ride on the hand cycle. Listen to some good punk rock music, feeling good. Been a day, pretty funny. I'm laughing because I ordered greasy food yesterday. Pizza here in Canada now has this awesome vegan fake chicken, spicy chicken sandwich. They're delicious. You wouldn't even know it's not chicken. So I ordered it through one of the DoorDash is the one I ordered it from. And it said it was showing up, and then I never got a buzz in my door, never got a phone call, never got a knock in my condo door. And the person who was bringing it just left the bag of food, actually 2 bags. For some reason, it wasn't 2 bags, like at the outside front entrance of my condo building, and just no notification. So, I mean, the good thing about that, I ended up making some really healthy soup yesterday with turmeric and ginger and garlic and barley and all kinds of goodness. Definitely onion, carrots, celery, all that. Yum, yum. Definitely better than that fattening stuff I was going to eat. But those bags of food are still sitting outside. And I'm interested in seeing how long these bags of vegan food, of vegan fake chicken sandwiches, can sit in front of a building that has people going in and out of it all day long. I don't know how many units are in this, probably 30, 40. So yeah, I don't know if it's because it's vegan. I don't know if it's just because it's random food. But when I was getting out of my bike, the person couldn't see me. I could hear someone ruffling around in it. I actually saw some younger girl, younger than me, which doesn't mean necessarily make her young, but probably 20s, 30s, that going through the bag, checking it out, then just deciding, no, I don't want vegan food, or I just don't want random food. I gotta say, those anyone who is a vegan here just wants to try something veggie or whatever, check out the pizza chicken sandwich, the vegan chicken sandwich. They are badass. They're the best ones I've had to date. Yeah. Anyway, my guest today, episode 20. That's pretty cool. So we're into the 20th episode. Guest today is fellow comedian from Vancouver and friend Taylor Moorey. Taylor and I chat a lot about a project that he's taken up, a comedy project, a video, a special that he's making. I don't want to tell you too much about it because we talk about it in the podcast. So we chat that. If I remember correctly, we talked about rats and serial killers and monkeys who get drunk. We're kind of all over the map, as it often is with comedians when we chat. I think just short attention spans. So we're kind of bouncing. It was a fun one though. So I hope you enjoy it. A little bit of sound issues on Taylor's end. I guess I don't really know what was happening there, but there's the odd little glitch. But I tried to make do as best I can. Still doing this through Zoom. So yeah, connections aren't always ideal, but hopefully you'll bear with and enjoy this episode. Shout outs to Comedy Here Often, the wonderful Lexi, who does all the editing, and just all of you for listening. I'm not going to tell you to like or share or subscribe. Do whatever the fuck you want. You know, if you want to, you're gonna. If you don't, you're not. So I'm not going to tell you what to do. How to live your life. You make those choices yourself. I do hope you enjoy this episode. You can definitely please check us out on Instagram, Sit Down for This Podcast, or the website www.sitdownforthispodcast.com, or you can check it out at www.comedyhereoften.com as well. Find it on YouTube. The full video will be going up there. The link is on the website. And then that's about it. I hope you enjoy this episode with the one and only Taylor Moorey. Alrighty, how you doing, Taylor? What's going on, man?
Dude, not much. I'm doing great. I'm going to plug a different show because I'm a great salesman, but I was at the House of Comedy last night, and I did the Comedy Brawl there, Justin Nichols Comedy Brawl. That was fun. Have you done that show?
I did that, probably like a year ago.
Okay.
It's fun.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of fun. I don't think I'd been before. I just always either had something going on or just missed shows because I'm shitty. But so I went last night. I live in Steveston.
Oh yeah, I always think you live out here and you don't. So you are shitty. You don't have an excuse. Actually, no, Steveston to fucking New West is a haul, man.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half by transit, something like that.
Oh, new transit? Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
that's hell.
Yeah. A few years ago, I did some classes at BCIT, and it was just short, part-time course, right?
Yeah.
But it was 2 hours there, 2 hours back, and a 4-hour class. So it's that was a full day just to do that part-time class.
Yeah, man, our transit system here kind of stinks. I know it was probably 2003 to 2005 or something. I went to Kwantlen in Richmond, and to use transit from Cloverdale, like Clayton Langley or whatever, to get there. I think, and I actually had a ride to the SkyTrain too, which was which would have been another probably hour. It was hours. It was painful.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But yeah, Justin Nichols has the Comedy Brawl. It's sort of it's pretty much like a roast. No, it's not a roast battle because it's joke for joke.
It can be if you want to roast the other person you're going against.
Yeah.
It's yeah, basically competition in that one show, and then like the winner from every show gets to move on and for like compete for the champion belt.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it here. I don't like comedy contests. I don't know what it is. I don't like losing things. And I've done two roast battles. I won one, which was great. Then I lost the next one. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck this. And I never did it again. And then I did the fucking comedy bat, whatever that is, roast, whatever the hell that thing's called again. Comedy
Yeah.
brawl. And then I didn't win. I was like, fuck this. And I never did it again. Which is weird.
I
But
did I did 2 roast battles and lost the first one, won the second one, and it's just like I didn't feel good after either of them.
no, it's weird.
And then like I've done like a couple other like little competition shows, and this one was good. It felt like it was a fun show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm kind of the same. It's just like there's that overwhelming. I lost, like, which is kind of stupid. It's just like don't go to win.
Yeah, but I don't know how to do that. And comedy, I mean, comedy is like fucking gut, like wrenching, makes me nervous or sketchy enough as it is to go up and just try to have a good set, let alone be judged and compared to your peers and be like, wow, fuck, they're better than me. I suck. So anyway,
directly compared, like openly, whereas like it's quiet. If just a regular show, it's quiet. That they kind of think to themselves, "Oh, I prefer this person," but you don't know that. You don't have to.
You don't know for sure. You can still pretend in your head that the audience are stupid and you are the best comedian and you're better than everybody. And it's them, not you. But if they're judging you, you can't. We've got a bit of a bit of a connection issue here, which I think is potentially on my fucking end because you look fine. We're kind of glitching out a bit. I'm gonna go grab my Ethernet cable and plug that in just in case it is my end.
Okay.
And since I hate fucking editing, I'm gonna throw on music and you can say whatever the fuck you want. Talk shit.
Sure. I'm just gonna promote the show. So what this is it's called the Mixtape. It's a special comedy showcase show. It's at the Biltmore Friday, November 19th. And we've got a whole bunch of great comics. But besides being a great showcase giant head here, a live concert film and documentary. Ooh. Right way, my way. I don't know if it's the right way, your way. But so it's going to be filmed, and we've got some really good cameras. We've got some Sony FS5s, 4K cameras, very fancy. And really, drink and drug are out of our budget because it's Canadian comedy, and the whole point with it is to try and champion comedians whom I love and local comics and kind of show off the strength of Canadian comedy, and just like I say, champion people who maybe get passed over sometimes, but all the people on the show are super funny. They're people that I love, people I think are very funny. We have Alicia Dillon, Amanda Smith, Amber Harper Young, Ed Konya, Jake Spencer, Casey Novak, Kevin Von Helvet, and Kwesi Thomas, Robert Peng, and myself. And I had to be convinced to do the show, to do my own show, actually, because I was worried that I'd be too busy panicking. And so everybody said, no, do it. So I'm like, okay. And all right. He's back.
Dude.
You'll be proud of me. I was talking shit the whole time.
Perfect. Were you talking shit about me? I hope so.
No. I was just talking about the show.
Okay, cool. So, all right. So you guys know what the show is now, right? So that was my time with Taylor Moorey. Go fuck yourself. Be sure to tune in next week. Holy shit. That I bought like an 8,000 foot Ethernet cable, and
yeah,
that rat's nest. Like if anybody has a phobia of cords, like munched into a ball, that is My situation is
do it.
your worst fucking nightmare. I've done nothing to better it. I just always just clump it in a ball, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse.
No.
But
I've
anyway,
got some like Velcro cable ties you can use if you want to like wrap it like an instrument cable, and then you can just let out the ends. Like
that's what I should do something, but I'm not going to, but I should. I'm just gonna bitch about it every time I have to use it, which is seldom. But today, whatever, there's something to do. Hey, gets me moving, right? So, yeah, man, were you talking about the show?
Yeah, I'm super excited for it. I'm really happy that you're on it, honestly, and I'm super excited for the whole lineup and
I'm looking at that lineup right now. It's solid. Alicia Dillon, Amanda Smith, Amber Harper Young, Ed Konya, Jake Spencer, Casey Novak, Kevin Von Helvig, Quasi Thomas, Robert Pang, and Taylor Moorey. Just in case you are not watching this and can't read, or if because the screen's in reverse, which it might be, these are all solid comics from Vancouver, British Columbia, it's a good mix. It's a very good mix of comics.
Yeah, I try to go for like different styles for sure, because they're pretty much all very different comedians.
Yeah.
And diverse just because that's what the city's like what the comedy scene's like, but without, seeming like it's pandering, I guess. But it's just like these are a solid, really good group of people, and I'm fucking beyond stoked for this shipping.
You did well in choosing. I mean, especially that Kevin Von Helvig guy. He is hilarious. So good call on that fucking douchebag. That self-promoting shameless jerk off who hosts this show. What you been?
I hear Mr. Von Helvig has a show or two coming up. Did I hear correctly?
I think I'm doing like an open mic this weekend, which is I think the last time I saw you in person was at that one at
Lana Lou's on Power, right?
Lana Lou's,
Kraken Comedy.
Yeah, I'm doing that this Saturday. I guess it's Thanksgiving, so my mom sent me a message today, like, "Are you fucking?" Or no, it's not Thanksgiving. It's like my grandma's 98th birthday, and she's having a party, and she's like, "You're kidding me, right? Like I told you there's a party at my house for grandma, and you are doing comedy." And I was like, "Well, time's the party starts. It's like 6. I'm like, show starts 7. We'll come right after." I mean, my grandma's gonna make
there
it
you go.
99, so that's wishful thinking. She knows. I saw her last weekend. Actually, we were at my cousin's birthday, and we both. She's not even in a wheelchair, but she probably should be, because she fell over, and I also fell over. There was alcohol involved.
How's your hip?
I'm probably better than hers. I can't feel mine, but she says she's okay too. So we like to have fun. But yeah, good. Man. But this, you got any shows coming up? You've been getting out and doing shows?
Yeah, man. I was just at on, what do I have coming up? I don't think too much coming up soon. I do have, I know, like at the end of October. See, this is like how little I have coming up soon. Is like at the end of October, I'm at Scrawny Comedy, which the Scrawny Show at the Anza Club, which I've done before. Is super fun.
Totally.
And Kings had this, so that's October 21st. I think you maybe have one or two other things coming up, and I often make an appearance at have you done or been to Crummy Comedy?
I haven't done Crummy yet. I got it. It's on Mondays, right?
Yeah, dude, it's so fun. It's Megan Milton and Tanner McCoolman, and it's at the Wallflower on Main Street, and it's so fun. Like, always good crowds.
Yeah.
And like good comics, and they always say like, "Oh, we're trying to make the shittiest show in Vancouver."
I seen that, yeah.
But it's like consistently super good.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I gotta get in touch. And yeah, because I definitely want to support Heather and the Wallflower, and she's like a punk rocker, and Uh,
Absolutely.
they got vegan food in that place, so I'm happy to promote it. And it's a local, small little bar restaurant venue. We gotta support those. So yeah, man, one of these days. It's just I find it's been
Especially.
kind of slow lately. I had a bunch. It's it kind of comes in waves. You'll have a bunch, then you don't. There's only so many shows going right now, and there's for anybody listening, which is people all over the world, there's a shockingly huge comedy scene in Vancouver. I don't know if I've been other places. I think there's big scenes in all big cities, but there's hundreds. There's probably at least 200 comics, if not more, in this city, I would think.
Yeah, I think so. And like
Yeah.
a good number of those like solid, like even if they're not awesome, like consistent performers. So it's not like just, you know, 200 people who do once a month or something like that. It's like
Yeah.
people out there consistently.
Yeah, definitely like 100 people all going for the same shows and spots pretty much.
Yep.
Which I
Yep.
don't feel it's very good, super competitive here. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, there's I don't feel it so much, but there's only so many shows and there's lots of comics, and it's still a stupid fucking pandemic. So times can be tough, but this show you're doing, man, this thing's really cool. And I think I for whatever stupid reason, I was like, talk. Well, I'm not, so I don't know anything you said about it. But we probably should be discussing what what have you not said about? What is your vision for this thing? Have we already covered that? How
No,
long was I
it's
untying my rat nest?
your Rat King. Have you ever
Yeah.
seen a Rat King?
I don't know what a rat king is.
Oh, okay. These we'll get to the show in a minute, but
Yeah.
this interesting. It's fucking gross. Um, but it's basically like when a bunch of rats would get like their tails all tangled together, and they're like some weird. I don't even know if they happen like really naturally or even commonly.
Yeah.
Um, but it would be like 20 rats, all tails all tangled together, and they have like a bunch of like preserved ones in like museums in Germany and shit like this. It's
Oh,
super fucking creepy.
and then they just like they're stuck like that, and then they die,
Yep.
basically.
Yep. Yep.
Do like they eat each other?
I don't know. I'm sure there is, but my girlfriend told me this one story. She worked at a like this fancy restaurant in Alberta,
Need a
and
name? We need a name.
it's I can't Prince Wales Hotel. It's in like the national park, Prince Wales National Park.
So go there if you like rat burgers, everybody.
Sorry, she's yelling at me from the other room. What's that?
Don't fucking say the name.
Yeah, probably.
Ah,
And but no,
it was
they just
McDonald's. Well, fuck
Yeah.
McDonald's. Yeah.
no, I don't know. It's just some restaurant, but
Okay.
of course they had like mouse traps and shit. But over the long weekend, the pest control wasn't coming in, and so they were just hearing like this like this rattling from this box
Yeah.
and like shrieking and all this shit. So when the guy finally came in after the weekend, he opened it and they had started cannibalizing each other.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they will do that shit.
Yeah, man. Have you ever, you know who the Iceman is? He was like a mafia hitman,
Yeah.
just like a cold-blooded killer. Richard Kuklinski, I think his name was.
Kuklinski, yeah.
Yeah, I read his book. And there's actually a movie they did a while ago that was nowhere because it didn't get into like, I don't know if it got into that part, but in his book, because so he like killed people for the mafia, and they wanted people to suffer. They wanted to make a point, and this guy loved killing people so much that he took great pride in torturing people. And I guess he was like hiking. I think he was in New York, so he's maybe upstate New York or something, or Jersey or somewhere in sort of the woods, and he came across this cave, and he went in the cave, and there was just like massive rats, like almost like where they call them like muskrats, like a small beaver. Like
Yeah.
they were huge.
Yeah.
So you got an idea to bring. I don't know what he brought there first. I don't even want to. I feel like it might have been an animal. I don't even want to think about it. But people, whatever. Yeah. So anyway, he tested out, it
Yeah,
worked.
who
And then he
cares?
brought somebody there and set up a camera. And like they were like totally bound. And they just got slowly eaten alive by these massive rats. And that's how he
Oh
killed
my
them.
God.
Yeah, just like, yeah, dude, like gnarly, 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 like just a
Michael
evil man.
Shannon played him in the movie, right?
Yeah, not yeah, Molly Shannon tried out for it, but she
Michael
didn't get
Shannon.
it. She's
Close,
yeah, not
close
ruthless
second.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Shannon played it good too. He plays a good, mean, evil man.
Oh yeah. I think the only other thing that I can think of, I know he was in Boardwalk Empire, but the only thing that I can like remember his performance in right now is that Superman movie, the one with Henry Cavill, like Man of
Yeah,
Steel.
I haven't watched a lot of those, only bits and pieces, but I feel like I remember him in that.
But he was like, I'm not a big Superman fan, but it's like
Yeah.
holy shit, that's a good villain and a good actor to play any villain.
Yeah, I think there was another movie that's maybe like 5 years old now, and that was kind of was called, but it was like a little kid was like he was either like an alien or he had some sort of like telepathic thing, and I feel like that dude was hunting him, and he was like that bad guy again. I can't remember what that movie was called. That was
Yeah.
actually a really good movie.
Brightburn.
No, not Bright. Was he
No?
in Brightburn too? No, no, no. This was before Brightburn. It wasn't that Brightburn.
Oh.
Brightburn was actually a good movie. I can't remember what it was before Brightburn. He was the dad. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it.
Okay.
Anyways, we're trying to talk about the show, and
Yeah,
now we're talking about
show.
Michael Shannon and fucking evil villains and
And
murder.
Michael Shannon and rats.
Yeah, and rats.
But basically, yeah, I was saying while you were gone, I'm trying to. I just, honestly was just like I had this very broad idea of this like a showcase, like a comedy showcase movie, because I feel like like Netflix just dumps, like, to their credit, good comics, but just it's like a bargain bin of just all these comedy specials, and it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, there's just 20 of them, and you'll never get caught up,
Yeah.
and you'll never see them all. So I had this idea where I wanted to make it like those old, like kind of older, like HBO 70s, 80s HBO concert films, where it kind of felt like an event, and that also just comes with the platform of it being HBO rather than a streaming service, but and to also talk about like this is what comedy is like. What you see on TV is not it generally.
Yeah.
It's in, especially in Canada, like not so awesome venues. We got an awesome venue. I love the Biltmore.
Yes.
But this is kind of closer to it. It's not super glamorous. It's not well lit.
It's a fucking dive bar, man. And it's the Biltmore's,
yeah.
but it's great. The Biltmore's been around forever too. I think I told my dad because I was trying to get him to donate some money to the fucking whatchamacallit, the
crowd fund.
Yeah, but who was it done through? I can't remember.
Indiegogo.
Indiegogo, fuck yourself, because my dad didn't dad for not chipping in. No, but he was like, I used to go to Biltmore, like I don't know, or yeah, like that thing that they've had live music and entertainment there for a long time, which is really cool. Like I've seen some kick-ass. I've seen the Dwarves. I sang a Guttermouth show, pretty much the whole bloody thing once there because the singer was so messed up. I was like, I'll take over.
They got you on stage for that?
I basically just said, get me on stage before the show even started. And the guys kind of had seen me before. I'm like, all right. And I just took over the guitarist's mic. And then basically Mark, the singer, fell off the stage within about one or two songs. And then I think the mic was unplugged. And then I just was like, well, I just started singing. It was one of my favorite concerts ever, but all of my friends and people that I didn't even know that I've met since, not their favorite concert to see me sing Guttermouth. That was not what they paid for, but I had a great fucking time.
Dude, that's so fucking cool, man. Like that, like it's cool to see like your favorite band, but if the lead singer just eats it off the top,
Yeah.
it's like now you've got a story where it's like, oh yeah, my buddy just took over fucking lead vocals for Guttermouth.
Yeah. And my friends are like, that asshole took over, and I had to listen to his shitty voice sing instead of the singer. And we were the guys partying with Mark beforehand who got him hammered. So that it wasn't a plan, but no, I'm just joking.
It's just a happy
no,
accident.
We were hooked. We were definitely smoking with him. But hey man, he can't hold his booze. It's not my fault. But yeah, man, that the Biltmore is cool. So
Exactly.
we're gonna do this little tiny kind of dive bar venue with like about a knee height stage
Mm-hmm.
with like chain link fence or on the sides.
I think they got rid of that.
Oh, well, that's whatever. None of us,
or maybe they're going to put it back up for the show.
Probably not. None of us are charged the stage. Get Dimebag Daryl worthy. I don't think.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I'm sure. Maybe Ed Ganya, actually. Yeah. I'm sure he has some enemies out there.
Yeah.
Actually, Robert Pang probably has some. He's probably pissed someone off that wants his blood.
Yeah, but you don't need to storm a stage for him.
No,
you catch him in an awkward moment.
Yeah,
just make him feel uncomfortable.
So yeah, just go to any show. He's a busy man. Yeah, man. Okay, so we're hearkening back to the olden days. It's an event.
Exactly, and I thought just the mixtape was a perfect name for it, because it's like, this is like we were talking about. It's just such a solid mix of comics, and I just like the mixtape for a name, and
for art purposes.
From there, like I say, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, look at that shit.
Yeah. No, it's dope.
How do you not?
Yeah,
and so we're gonna film it, and it's gonna be part documentary, part concert film, and we're gonna have like little interviews with all the comics and some behind the scenes footage and all that shit. And then I'm gonna start sending it out to film festivals and see if anybody wants it. Maybe we'll sell it at some point. Maybe somebody will buy it.
Yeah, but maybe somebody watching from Hollywood right now will buy it. Yeah.
Hi, Hollywood. That's opportunity knocking.
We'll give you a 15% surcharge if you buy now.
Man, I hope. Taylor. Honestly, like, what's that?
I said we're splitting that 15% commission.
7.5 each. Okay.
Yeah,
deal
for sure.
I don't know. I like, honestly, I don't care personally if I make any money from it. And that was also, I will say, that was one very important part of this whole thing, and why we had the crowdfund, was because I wanted to make sure that all the comics and our awesome little skeleton crew, I actually haven't mentioned yet, Morris Bartlett is the director of photography, and buddy who he introduced me to, Walter Sowen, is going to be a cinematographer. And then I've got two friends of mine, Josh Pope and Scott McGowan. They're both making music for it, so it's going to have like an original score and shit. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And so like I say, that was an important part, because I wanted to pay all these people fairly. It's like, what is your rate for like 12 minutes of stand-up? And they'd say, whatever X amount. I'm like, okay, we'll do that. So I wanted to make sure, because that's another thing about stand-up, maybe people don't know.
I don't know a lot about stand-up.
About
you just keep saying it, and I had to. I'm sorry. Okay, but
I know. I'm sorry.
So okay, but yeah, we don't get paid a lot,
if ever.
Yeah,
if ever.
And I think that's nice of you, because I never started comedy thinking that it was going to be a lucrative project that would put money in my pocket. I thought if I get paid, that's just a bonus. Like, I mean, but it's cool when you do, for sure. I'm never going to complain when I do. But there's actually comics out there, and I thought they were crazy. They might listen to this. I'll say it again. You're fucking crazy. Like, to actually start comedy and be like, this, I'm not going to work. This is my job, and I'm going to make it at this and earn my living at this. You're setting yourself up some really tough years of basically being a homeless like person eating fucking pizza crust out of a dumpster or ramen, like not like there is not a lot of like there's not enough money to pay rent in Vancouver being a comic unless you're like a legit probably 10, 15, 20-year vet. But some people were just like, I'm just quit my job, putting everything into this. And I was like, power to you. I admire that kind of like passion and dedication and stupidity.
Good luck, man. Like
but yeah, it's a tough amateur comedy is a tough thing to make a buck at. And I probably music too. I imagine the same thing. Like it's something you kind of do in the evenings and have something that at least you can maybe pay your bills. But it's nice when you do get paid. That is for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And you know, anytime that, you know, I get $20 or $50 for hosting a show or whatever it is like fucking cool, man.
Yeah. And I know I normally like eat and might have a couple beverages at a show. So I pretty much lose.
There's your half gone.
Yeah. I lose
at
money.
Least. Yeah.
I've lost money doing comedy for sure. I don't know how many taxis or hotels I've had to get because I couldn't get home.
Fuck, of course.
And shit. I've lost. But yeah. But again, like it is kind of sweet. I actually got a paycheck from House of Comedy the other day, and it's made out to Kevin Von Helvet, which isn't obviously my last name. Or I don't know if that is obviously, but it's not. And I'm like, I can't cash this thing.
Shit.
But I'm like, I can always get him to do another one. But I'm like, I might just keep it because it's like just my first.
Frame it.
Yeah, or just have it just to remind me, like, this is where it started.
Yeah. How did those shows go, by the way? How many did you do? Was it just one show?
I just did one. I think the Wednesday is like a new. I think Wednesday somehow like it feels like I'm on your podcast for some reason. I'm talking more about me. The fuck is wrong with me?
Hey, you're on the show. You're interesting.
I know, but I should be a better host than not being a guest on my own podcast and talking over you. But it went well. I did my first 50. I think 52 minutes, man, and it flowed. It went well. I got good laughs, and I left the stage feeling very, very confident and happy with what I'd thrown down. So I'm feeling good. Thank you. You've gone into a freeze mode, which just I think the reception might be on your side there, buddy. All right, it's time for me to, I guess, talk about myself some more while Taylor's fucking frozen. Oh, well, hello everybody. We're in the middle of a podcast and it's Taylor's frozen. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you can see me. If you're watching the YouTube video, you can see he's frozen. His picture is frozen. There's no sound coming from him. I will say this has happened before, and of all the people's faces, oh, he's gone. Now it's just me. Of all the people's faces that were frozen, he looked the best. It's usually not a flattering picture at all. When, I don't know if anyone's ever noticed, but when someone takes a picture of you or there's a still of you when you're speaking, it ain't pretty for the most part. I don't know how many freaking in my speaking stuff where I've been on like newspaper and stuff like that, and they've taken, or even just, well, actually newspaper is more embarrassing because of course the world sees it, but there's just been this wretched picture where I look like freaking Sloth or whatever his name is from the Goonies. Like half my face is melting off. Oh, can you hear me now? All right, I just kept her going.
Motherfucker.
I was saying that
definitely on my end. I don't know if you heard that.
I assumed it was your end. Yeah. No, I heard the motherfucker, but I I was complimenting you because your face froze, but I was saying of all the people whose faces have froze in an interview, yours was like the most. Yours looked the best. Everyone's always like one eye's open and their jaw's like over here because we just don't look pretty when we talk. But you had a good. Like if I was going to be frozen, I'd be like, that's
freeze frame.
Yeah, which is good, and which is good for you because again, I'm not fucking editing this thing. I'm a lazy piece of shit.
Respect, man. But when I had my podcast, I was just like, oh, the philosophy fine is like, you know, free form conversation and like all this shit and feel raw and organic. I'm just like, I don't want to fucking edit. I don't want to do any of that shit.
Yeah, you were trying to like kind of dress it up and call it something else, but basically you just didn't want to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to do
Nobody it. Made me do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I put like super long hours into the promo videos. So for this thing, it's just as is. But all right. So back to the show.
Right.
So back to Mixtape at the Biltmore on November 19th. Yes.
Hell yeah. My head blocks most of it, so it's a Frybaiter at the Biltator.
Yeah,
something like that.
They both look like sort of slang for masturbation in like German or something.
Yeah, it's Biltator.
Yeah, Biltating all over the place. Yeah, I think I like the idea of the documentary part of it. That sounds cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt
or the kind of like behind the scenes, like the interview stuff.
Yeah, it felt just like if you kind of present it without context, you know, it's just like, oh, here's just a comedy special of a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Then it just kind of feels like, you know, just another one of those things that's already out there.
Totally.
Which is fine, but it's just if I'm trying to do, it always feels like so gross when I say, well, I'm trying to do something. It's just like I've said to part of the reason that I'm so excited about this and that I really believe in it and all this kind of thing is like it feels like it's so much outside of myself because it's like there's 9 other people that this is about and I'm just trying to present them. You know what I mean?
Yes, present yourself to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Flash them.
You're
trying to flash them.
You're first, Kevin.
Perfect.
As soon as we stop recording.
Oh, well, come on. Give the audience what they came here for. Dicks and balls. Okay. Yeah, you're it's cool that you're offering the comics that because we don't really get that opportunity, you know, so much. People don't really get to see you behind. I think most of us are kind of doing somewhat of a character maybe, or you're putting only one part of yourself, even in your social media and stuff, which will probably be a bit of that character, but you can kind of go a few minutes in the life, the struggles of being an amateur comic in the year 2021 during a pandemic in Canada. Yeah,
man. Like that, like how many fucking pegs down do you need to go?
Yeah.
But but it's just that's a whole other conversation about like how people present themselves on stage and through social media and stuff as like extensions of their comic persona or whatever it is, which is a heightened version of you, but how close to you is that? Is it?
Yeah.
So I as like kind of highfalutin as it sounds, I'm trying to be somewhat like arty about it. And
yeah, I got that. You're an arty guy though. Like you do like kind of music. You do a bunch of different. You have all kinds of different stuff going on. You make music and like you're an artist. You look like
thank
an
you.
Artist.
Yeah, I gotta pick something. But you know, I'm somewhere between like artist and guy who's there to fix the internet. which apparently I'm not doing a good job of right now. So I have to lean on artists. I
I
don't
would
know. I
say
don't know how all this shit works.
definitely stick with the art.
Yeah.
Although fixing the internet when there's all kinds of blackouts right now, it would be an art unto itself.
Ah, the art of cable management.
Yeah, the art of removing fallen trees from cables
Yeah, no kidding, man.
without getting electrocuted.
Do you have any outages recently? Because there's like all the
I
windstorms and
know,
shit.
and I'm feeling pretty good about it. I don't want to. I'm gonna knock on wood, not jinx myself, but I'm in a condo, and I don't think that really matters. I don't know if there's a generator in here or what, but because the power has been out here, but I've been in this place for shit, man. It's been a while, probably like 14 years now.
Really?
And in that time, yeah, man. In that, yeah, it's gone fast. I was in Vancouver well, actually, I'd lived in Vancouver for like 6 months. I'm away a lot though too. So whatever. Anyway, but it doesn't feel like 14 months. But I can only think of like maybe once or twice in that time that the power's gone out for like a significant amount of time, maybe once. And I mean, maybe to some people are like, wow, my power never goes out, but we do live in Vancouver where this time of year, man, storms come in, wind and rain, and
Oh yeah, man. Just all that shit takes a fucking beating. You remember that? You remember that? My dad lives in White Rock. You remember that windstorm just took the pier out? You know,
yes.
that really long pier. And yeah, he wasn't here for it. He missed it. But holy shit, I saw like the beach and just that whole area just fucking. It looked like an old shipwreck.
Yeah,
Everything broken up. It was crazy.
that was that. Yeah, for anybody who's never doesn't know where White Rock is, it's like a touristy beach area, sort of in the not too far from Vancouver, but it's in a bay, so the water doesn't, and it's all blocked by Vancouver Island and like the Gulf Islands, so the water's pretty chill, pretty calm there.
Yeah.
But a storm came in and took out, like, think of the Santa Monica Pier. Well, maybe not quite that, but because it doesn't have all the shit on it, but same idea. Or think of like a Huntington Beach Pier or any big wooden pier that's like a massive tourist attraction. It got taken out by the
Destroyed. Absolutely
Yeah.
fucking wrecked, dude.
Yeah, man. That was crazy. Yeah, so we do get pretty gnarly storms here. That made me think of when like the whole Jersey Shore, like that whole shit got wiped out.
Oh yeah.
That was a hurricane though. That was a while back.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
just unfortunate that none of the people on Jersey Shore were on the pier at that time to be swept out to sea and never heard from again. My opinion.
No, that's a valid opinion.
It's probably a popular opinion, I'd imagine. I don't know if people wish death on them, but just to never hear or see those shitbags again would make the world a better place.
They've got a new show now, don't they? Like they kind
Yeah.
of never went away. They maybe got less popular, but they've still got shit going, don't they?
They've got, I think it's called Family Reunion, and it's like them now that they have like kids and like syphilis and fucking
Is that the kid's name?
Yeah, the kid's name's syphilis. The other kid's name's DUI. The other kid's name's I think there's twins, child and support. Yeah, it's a bunch of them. Abortion. That one's disabled. Apparently didn't go through. So that one's a survivor. Yeah, it didn't take. That's right. Oh, I hate all that shit. Where are you at, Real? I like that, like the Kardashians. I just think they've just done nothing for this world, but just shittier.
I really don't. I hate reality. I haven't had cable in years. I stopped watching TV kind of, and now it's
spoken like a true artist.
Well, and now it's
streaming. We just couldn't fix the cable.
Motherfucker.
Sorry.
Fuck it. We're getting rid of it.
Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, I think it's all pretty terrible. And but I was watching this YouTube video is like where now like kids who are popular like on TikTok are getting like reality shows. And it's like holy shit. Like I feel bad for them. Like, and he was talking about the same thing. It's like, this seems all really terrible because they're like 16 years old and they get these managers and they were showing like these binders that's like, okay, here's your year planned out.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're gonna get you a clothing line, we're gonna get you like a record deal, and even though she can't sing and like just all this shit. And it's like the people who get it pushed on them, I feel bad for her. The
Yeah.
people who pursue it, I don't. I think they're pursuing something empty, and that I think that they don't come to realize that it's like, oh, this is a really, I hate this. This is really fucking awful and weird.
Yeah.
I don't like those people.
Yeah.
think
They
they're
probably
just.
go ahead.
You go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Some probably learn that sort of too late and go, oh, was it worth it? But yeah, they have those like influencer houses now where like a bunch of like young, I mean, I'm sort of intrigued by it. Like, I think it's mostly garbage. I don't watch it, but I also think like if I could get 5 of my friends and just basically be like the guys from Jackass in like a mansion and just like get fucked up, party, like get laid and just do dumb shit and film it and get rich, I would definitely do that. Like, I'm judging people. I don't know. I don't know if I could do it now. It might be a bit of a gamble, like, because it probably would ruin my life in a lot of ways and my career. I don't know if I would take that gamble that it would work. But if I was 17, 18, 19 and had nothing to lose, I'd probably be like,
Oh yeah,
fuck it.
like, dude, I think especially like for younger people. I mean, I'm still youngish. I'm 29, but
29, you haven't even hit the 30s yet, bud.
no. How old are you?
I'm 42.
No, you're fucking not.
Yeah, I'm yeah, buddy.
You look,
1979.
holy shit.
Yes,
You look
sir.
fucking. I thought you look fucking great. I thought you like mid
Besides the
30s.
wheelchair, like that kind of
Oh
that
yeah,
ages me.
yeah. That adds a couple of years, but
Like my
like
face
as
is
you are right now, dude, you're like your boyish charm.
my face is 33, but from my legs are like 89.
89.
They've been to Korea and back. Part of them was left in Korea, the moving part.
Lift my knees in Korea.
Yes. Oh fuck, we're all over the place. So yeah, man, you did the crowdfund for it. That's pretty cool. And you have different packages and people get all different kind of stuff. You really
Yeah,
put a
you
lot of
get
time into this.
yeah.
And had you
I
done anything like this before? Was this your first one? How did, like, I wouldn't even know
No.
where to begin with all this stuff.
No, I had never. This is honestly like the by far the hugest thing I've ever done ever at all.
Yeah.
I'd never done a crowdfund, but it's like I've contributed to some. I kind of see how they work, even if
Yeah.
mine, wasn't the best or anything like that. But it does guide you. It's like, hey, here, have this. It's good to have this. Have a little discussion or whatever the fuck else. And these packages, it's just like the nature of what this project is just lends itself. It's like, get a fucking show poster, get a t-shirt, like I would have loved it's super expensive and would have driven the cost way up. So I
Yeah.
wanted to keep it low, but it's like, dude, how fucking cool would it be to have like vinyl? Like,
Yeah.
get all the comic sets. I mean, it'd be long. It'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know, 2 records or something, but it's like, how cool it'd be to have fucking vinyl. It'd be sick to have like Blu-rays and shit. Obviously, again, kept the cost down.
Are
and-
Blu-rays still around? Oh yeah,
Oh,
Blu-ray.
yeah.
I was thinking Laserdisc.
Oh, laser.
Those are not.
Oh,
around.
the Laserdisc lost the war.
Yeah.
But I actually think you can sometimes still find them. But I remember like going to Future Shop and shit, and you'd see the blue case and the red case. Blue one, man.
Yeah.
But
And that's-
weird digression.
Yeah. And is the blue ones what the hell is it called again?
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Holy, see now do you believe I'm 42?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'm talking about fucking laser discs, and I don't know what a Blu-ray is. But I got DVDs.
Yeah, I've got my
I made it that
8 tracks.
far. Yes. But yeah, how did the Indiegogo, is it set up that they kind of offer the package, or did you, because you have like shit like a comedy roasts and stuff, like
Yeah,
there's like pretty
you got to think, you got to, like, if you want to offer perks and shit, that's
Yeah.
which is what these is. You got to like come up with them yourself. And I was just like, okay, what are some things that other people would offer for a movie? So like obviously the stream of the movie, that's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
What else? And like producer credits and all this shit. Some people like they do copies of script. Well, there's no script for this movie, so that's kind of out. But yeah, I was worried at first about like, fuck, like what am I gonna offer? I have no fucking idea. And then it's just like, oh, idea. Like and I think there's like 15 things that you can get.
Yeah, man. There's like sweet little packages. I think I'm getting like a shirt and some stuff.
Yes.
I still
yes,
gotta
you
collect for my parents. They didn't understand what it was.
That's okay.
But they're like, we'll totally support. My dad's just always like, I gotta buy something off the internet. Can you do it for me? Like, yeah, no problem. Dad. It's super easy. But yeah, just doesn't want to learn.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It'll come for us all.
Totally. This is just out of my personal, I'm wondering. So were you saying everyone's doing what, a 9-minute set, did you say? Or 12-minute set?
I think I've got kind of a range of set times. So
Yeah.
there are a couple like 12 minutes, couple 10s, couple 8s,
Yeah.
5, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. And then
a one for me after this interview.
you get as long as you want in the back alley, man. As long as you want.
That's where I partied with Mark from Guttermouth. So I'll be falling off the stage too. I'll get Amanda to do my jokes. She's in a wheelchair.
There you go. Yeah, the only show with the only big showcase show with 2 performers in wheelchairs.
Yeah, and maybe 3 by the end of the night.
Yeah. We're just gonna break somebody's legs at random.
Yeah, who knows, man?
Happen.
It's the Biltmore. Shit can go down. Someone might crowd surf and fall or whatever. Steep stairs. Who knows? Those bathroom floors get pretty slippery.
Oh god, yeah. I'm out of shape. Stairs are not my friend. So
you should see how I have to go in there. I actually go in through the like deep freeze where they keep all the booze. Because there's stairs at the door. So they always take and they have a ramp. And the ramp is probably like shit, man. I don't know the last time I've actually had to like call out an angle on the spot, but it's steeper than 45, probably. It's like,
really,
it's gnarly. Like I have no hope in hell of ever rolling up it and going down it. I do it in a wheelie and just like clutch my rims and go down like as slow as I possibly can. And I still come out of that thing with speed and then fly into like kegs of beer, which are decent stopping posts.
Yeah, that's
for a wheelchair. But but I always go through that way and I'm like, well, I can definitely see if they're stocked up for the night every time I head in there.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Do you think this is enough? Oh, you might want to open this one.
Yeah.
This crowd looks thirsty.
Totally.
Yeah, man. Honestly, like I was so fucking blown away too that we made budget on this.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I didn't think we were, and it's like, it's funny. Like I was looking into grants and all this shit, like along with crowdfunding, just see what's available and all this.
Yeah.
And most grants, it's like, oh yeah, we offer something small. You're like for a small budget movie of like $250,000. I'm like, can I just have 5?
Yeah.
Like, if I can have 5, I can make this amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't like a fraction of a low budget movie. So nothing ever panned out or anything like that. But oh well, I'm happy we did.
Yeah, and that's the Canadian government grants.
Oh, that specific one I think was like Art Council of Canada or something like that.
Yeah.
But then there's like Creative BC, which is like great for music, but they don't have any production grants. It's like development grants. And dude, I like corporate grants and like all these different foundations. Nope.
Just none of it
So
fit.
yeah.
And that's
nobody
like,
kind of it's a perfect like example of what comedy is like in Canada, where it's like, now we're not gonna support that shit.
but even like the like 250, it's almost like how many people have looked into that grant all excited thinking, oh, I heard there's grants that you can get, and then they're like, I don't even know what to do with 250 grand, in the government or whoever's doing it's probably like ha ha ha, because it's just like, it's like unattainable. We
never have to give this out.
Yeah, because people just can't wrap their heads around it or meet the requirements. Like, we look great, hey, we're offering it, but how many people ever fucking got it? I don't know. I'd be interested to know. But if you nail this one, knock this one out of the park, I feel like you should probably be pitching for the 250 next.
Dude, I have no idea what I would do. It's the same problem. I have no idea what I'd do with a quarter million. I've got like ideas and shit, but I can't see it costing that much.
I think what you should do is put this thing out on the Indiegogo money. Then if it's rad, which it's going to be, just make it super dope. Keep it on the down low. Apply for the grant for 250 grand. Pretend that you use that for this. And
to
then
make this.
Yeah, and then just move to like Thailand or like somewhere tropical and just fuck off. In the kindest of ways. Somewhere accessible where I can come hang out and sip margs with you.
Absolutely.
Somewhere you can get drunk with monkeys, like the Caribbean. There's an island where monkeys party.
Is there?
Yeah, everybody who's listening to this, yourself included, needs to Google "drunk monkeys" BBC. It's not a porn thing. Just to throw that out there. But BBC, also British.
That sounds like a show. That sounds like a British comedy show.
Yeah, no, it's like these. I think they're called ferret monkeys, and they've learned that they can get just as many more calories out of one cocktail than they can foraging berries all day. So they just run around and just steal people's drinks. And then they did like a whole study on them where like 4% are like the general average percent are teetotalers, or what do you call it? Teetotalers.
Teetotalers, yeah.
Teetotalers. And then like just like humans, 5%, are like actual like ugly alcoholics, and then they're just like pissed, fighting each other and shit. It's unreal. It's the funniest, raddest.
Holy shit! Yeah, the vervet monkeys in in the Caribbean. Yeah. Holy shit!
I've looked into going there. Like, I almost had a gig there, speaking gig, and my agent in the U.S. who I always thought probably has a better head on her shoulders than me, which is why she's booking me and I'm not booking myself, was booking me for some like disability camp to speak to like kids and do like and it was like over the weekend, and it was somewhere in that area. And then I talked to her after. She's like, yeah, I told them all about you. They seem really interested. Like I quoted it out. And then I told them that you really want to go to the island where the drunk monkeys are. And I'm like, why the fuck would you tell them that? Like doesn't fit within the
it doesn't
messaging.
Fit with the mess. Yeah.
That's stupid. Like I think she wanted the gig. She's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go out like all. Yeah,
I want to watch these monkeys.
Yeah, well, we can end this anytime you watch the monkeys, if that's what you're trying to say. I probably, everybody right now is just checking out of this podcast.
Well, what you said, like drunk monkeys, are just like thinking like, oh, it's just like animals they make or find like just fermented like fruit and shit that just rots or whatever, but stealing people's drinks is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, this is like monkeys, like pretty much
that's
the size
awesome.
Yeah, they're like the size of a big cat or like a small dog, but running on two legs for the most part and running into a bar, grabbing like a bottle of booze and just hammering it down. It's unreal. It's you're welcome, world. Who hasn't seen that? But yeah, who are you thinking of like pitching it to? You said like film festivals and stuff, Sundance,
Yep.
Cannes.
Sure, dude. I'll pitch to anybody. I'll try to go for TIFF, the Vancouver and Toronto International Film Festivals.
Yeah,
I will try anybody who takes it.
sweet.
So yeah, or who would be interested in that kind of thing. Um, like, and I don't know if I don't remember this earlier, but I don't care money off of it.
Yeah, you'd mentioned you're not. This is a labor of love.
Really, I
Your connection's garbage again.
yeah, I just think it'd be really cool if this existed.
Yes.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
Right
is
in
waited out. Okay.
in the poignant part where you really wanted to hammer it down. The internet turned on you.
But yeah,
Yeah, it does.
just want it. Yeah, but I think we're stable now again.
Yeah.
Are we?
The internet connection. You and I definitely not, which is why
No,
we're comedians.
no.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. No.
I
Dude,
think
did you see that Key and Peele sketch where it's about like the two of them on like on a Zoom call together?
no.
But it's like a minute and a half long, and each of them just keeps freezing, and they go, "Oh no, you go." Okay, no. Okay, you go. Well, okay, what I was trying. No, you go ahead, and then just like Jordan Peele just gets stuck for like 20 seconds, and then his screen returns, and you just see his feet hanging.
That's pretty rad. That's funny.
That's fucking hilarious.
Okay, now people are leaving to watch that. We got to keep them here. Stay here. Stay tuned.
Stay
Watch
here.
these things later.
You go here. If you're gonna tap out, this is where you tap out. You go to admitonelive.com or something, or you just Google the Mixtape Biltmore Vancouver. You can buy tickets. You can still contribute to the Indiegogo campaign if you want. You can still get perks. You can still get all of that shit. And we're still fulfilling them. I think I just got an email a little while ago that the money's coming towards me or to me. So merch goes into production like tomorrow or Monday at the latest. And any extra money that we get is just going to go back into the project, and maybe we'll hire depending on how much we get to like hire professional. I'm doing all the edit, so I'm giving myself 5 months to do it. But if we can get a bit of extra money, if we got like, a couple thousand extra or something like that, I would hand at least parts of it off, audio editing and all that shit, color grading. But yeah, otherwise it's all me, man. On the edit, anyway.
Well, the fact that you even know those terms, I don't even know what color grading is, makes me have faith in you.
It means it makes it look pretty.
Okay.
But I mean, you're all going to anyway. This is a very attractive group of people.
We're good looking, almost as good looking as a bunch of drunk fucking monkeys. If this thing does well,
those are some handsome monkeys.
Yes, if this thing does well, we should film a documentary called SWC Drunk Monkeys, Small White Cocks and Drunk Monkeys. And you and I just go down there and get pissed monkeys.
Sure.
Assuming BBC stands for Big Black Cock and not British Broadcasting something. Cunts.
What? Who's ever heard of such a thing? Not I.
Oh God, I've enjoyed this podcast. It's been I like it when they're just hanging on by the fucking rails the whole time.
Yeah, this is we're totally just like we have to make a moment here.
It's just punk rock. We're just like doing the shit. You like your punk rock music, don't you? A little bit.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. One of my first, actually, my first favorite band was The Who. But probably after that, my brother introduced me to like Rancid and
Yeah.
Transplants,
Nice.
and I've been to see them a few times. At Rancid opened for Blink 182 at Rogers Arena a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and then we saw Rancid and Transplants at
Commodore.
Commodore. Yes, were you
With
there?
with the Interrupters. Yeah, I was there both
Yeah,
nights.
yeah.
Yeah, man, that was sick.
I would not have known you yet. I would
Probably
not have met you at that point, but
No, that was a while
small
ago.
world, man.
Yeah, buddy. If there's a Rancid show, definitely an Interrupter show at the Commodore, especially. I'm all over that shit.
And did you see them Rancid at what's the place at the UBC? Thunderbird?
I saw
Thunderbird
them in
Stadium?
Thunderbird in like when they were touring Out Comes the Wolves.
Fuck.
Yeah, inside with AFI, who were like AFI were like, I think just they only had their first album out.
Yeah.
I lost part of my tooth. I don't know if you can see, but I got a big boot stage dove into my face and took out half my tooth in the pit.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, it was a great show.
Yeah, that's how you know it's good. What did you lose? What did you
Yeah.
break?
I didn't lose my wallet, but I lost a tooth or part of one.
Hey, you can
Yeah,
still
man.
get home.
Yeah, I could. But yeah, man. So yeah. What else do we want to talk about here? What else?
God, man.
You
I
kind
don't know.
of wrapped it up when you started telling everyone where to go to donate, fucking buy tickets.
Yeah, well, like I say,
I'm
when we
not letting
go.
you go. I was trying to escape to watch the Drunk Monkeys and
yeah.
Key and Peele.
Oh, okay. Speaking of sketch comedy and Key and Peele, have you watched I Think You Should Leave?
No, and everybody's told me to watch it, and it's so great. And no, I haven't. I need to, right?
Yes. I'm going to tell you the same thing, but I honestly think that's like one of the best things Netflix has put out.
Yeah. No,
It's-
I want to leave. I think I should leave. It's a good name.
Right?
It's a good way to end a podcast. Like, I think you should leave to watch a
I
show
think-
called I Think You Should Leave.
I think you should leave to go check out the mixtape at the Biltmore. That's Friday, November 19th. Tickets are $18 if I remember correctly, $20 the day of. And if you still donate to the Indiegogo, anybody who donates to the Indiegogo of any amount, you get a discount code on tickets. And tickets go up to $20, like I say, on the day of the show. So don't wait that long. Make sure you get cheaper tickets, because I don't like people having to pay a lot to go do anything. And it's going to be it's going to be an amazing show. I'm so happy for this group of people that we have on. I'm so happy that we got the Biltmore, and I'm just every aspect of this I'm fucking psyched for. Now that we're funded, all that's left to do is everything.
Yeah, just make it happen. The funding's probably the hardest part, man. The rest is just love. It's easy making things that you love
That's true.
and throwing your heart and shit. It's hard asking for money.
Yeah, fuck. That feels so gross. But I don't
like
have to anymore.
No, you don't. Fuck yeah, man. Well, I'm grateful that you included me. Oh, look at this fucker. He froze again. If anybody's watching the YouTube, and the perfect smiling face, he's got that. You've got that dialed. I feel like, yeah. But thanks for having me on the comedy show with all these funny people, and I think it's going to be a really fun night. I'm going to bring some rad friends and family to come be in the audience, and it's going to be a party.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for being interested. Thank you for having me on here. Sorry about my shitty internet. And dude, fuck yeah, I'm happy that you're on the show.
Cool. Thanks, brother. And no worries about the internet. This is a punk rock podcast. It however goes, it goes, man. So it wasn't too bad. We kept her going. Fucking right. I think it's solid. And if it's not, I'm not editing it. Go fuck yourselves. You know, the next one might have better connect. I might have a
well, Kevin's had a stroke.
yes, because I'm yes, it was just having flashbacks of Pearl Harbor. Okay, no, I'm not that old. I'd be dead. Okay, just my legs are dead and my soul. And any more creative, funny things to say? That's broken. So Taylor Moorey, thanks for coming on, man. I'm gonna send you off with a punk rock song when I close this show out. What do you got in mind?
Oh fuck. Let's go something for a song.
Yeah, Rancid.
Yeah, something from And Out Come the Wolves.
Okay, we'll do a little bit of Rancid to get you out of there. Here.
Fuck yeah, man.
Okay, brother. We will talk soon. And
absolutely.
Take care, man.
You too, buddy. Thanks you so much.
Coming on. No, yeah. Thank you, bro. Later.
Toodles.
Attention on a border being destroyed us. 4 kids on tour, 3,000 miles in a photo car, not knowing what's going on. You got a million years, I torn out like this. Hell no, no premonition gonna save it. To the end, our journey to the end. To the end, to the end, our journey to the end. To the end, to the end, to the end, our journey to the end. Great mother, Man came from far away, from New Orleans into the East Bay. He said this is a Mecca. I said this ain't no Mecca, man. This place is fucked. 3 months go by.